Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. My name is Danny, and on this channel we talk about everything bettering ourselves from the inside out. So if bettering yourself is something you're into, then hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video with me. I wanted to speak about self-esteem and confidence and share with you a couple of the things that have helped me in my daily life for many years that I feel like I've gotten more of a grasp on in order to really fully step into my more confident, powerful, authentic self now versus a couple years ago or even months ago or even weeks ago. Honestly, it's how far I've come with my self-esteem, my confidence, my belief in myself, feeling more authentic and like who I am has come so far because of these tips and tricks. So let's get into the video. First tip that I wanted to speak about is making time for myself. And like I said before, these are tips that have helped me integrate more confidence and more awareness of who I am into my daily life, which has in turn raised my self-esteem, giving me so much more trust in myself, so much more confidence, and just feeling more like me than I ever have. So getting to know myself, dating myself, being with myself in alone times where sometimes there isn't any music, sometimes there isn't any podcast, or I'm not reading anything, I'm literally just sitting there with myself, sometimes having conversations with myself. And I feel like it's so important. It's so important to have these moments, because if you don't know who you are, anybody else can tell you who you are. And for a long time in my life, I was told who I was. And finally, I was like, I'm so sick and tired of people telling me who I am. It doesn't feel real. This doesn't feel right to me. I want to know who I am because it's what I choose. So you don't know what that is until you have a little bit of time with yourself, for yourself. And I feel like a really good way to do this, something that I've done, is to cultivate an amazing morning routine. And I deliberately, on purpose, will wake up earlier, sometimes 1 to 2 hours earlier than I have for my work schedule, in order to create this time of meditation. If you want to journal, you can journal. If you want to read, if you want to do maybe a couple minutes on the walking pad, or do some stretches, or just really feel into your body, maybe some breath work. I feel like I have perfected my morning routine for now, because it's always evolving and it's always becoming something different, and I'm always incorporating new things and maybe taking out things that feel a little stagnant. But the main idea here is to have that alone time with yourself. And sometimes it could be a later at night, maybe a before bed ritual that you put together. Maybe obviously having a really good morning routine, in my opinion, is the best, as well as having a really good night routine, because it sets you up for your day. It makes you feel good after you make your bed. Like these things that people are saying that like over and over, wake up, meditate, journal, make your bed, they really do help. So for someone who has not tried it but doesn't want to try it and thinks it's not going to work, you'd be surprised. I would challenge you to cultivate this morning routine in the best way something that feels authentic to you, but also something that is incorporating these really good, strong habits that do increase self-esteem, confidence, make you feel set for your day, help you get to know yourself. Who knows? Maybe you have a couple weeks where you're getting this morning routine in gear, you're waking up early, you're spending time alone, you're stretching and feeling into your body, and then, oh my gosh, all of a sudden you love it and you never want to give it up. Because if you don't try something that could potentially be something that's so great for you, you'll never know. And that's very important to think about as far as a morning and a night routine go. I do suggest finding time throughout the day, wherever you can, even if you have to lock yourself in the bathroom, just to take a moment to breathe and center yourself and remember, like, this is my life. Go and try to find alone time. You have your responsibilities, you have your family to take care of, work, all the things. So it's those moments that you have with yourself and you get to sneak away and be alone for a minute, cherish them. They are important. And a side note, you don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. to have an amazing morning routine. You don't have to wake up at 7 a.m. Anytime you decide to wake up that works for your morning is your decision. And that's something that's going to really help you in understanding that I know there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of noise out there that says you have to wake up at a certain time in order to be more productive. 5 a.m. Club, which I read the book, I got inspired, and I absolutely love waking up early, but not everybody feels that way. And I understand that. And that's something to be very aware of with yourself when you're cultivating your own morning routine or just starting the day on a positive note. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. You can wake up at whatever time works for your schedule. The point with cultivating this morning routine and just having this time alone is to have that alone time with yourself and to create that like really good relationship and bond with yourself. So that's why I like to wake up earlier than my schedule and just have that time to slowly start my morning, have that alone time with myself, and get the day started on a really good positive note. The second thing, healing. When it comes to healing, there are so many different modalities that will help you heal. I have so many listed in my book. You can go on ChatGPT, you can Google it, you can go on TikTok. There are so many ways for you to heal the bullshit, heal the traumas, heal the wounds, heal the things that are holding you back from making enough money, heal the things that are holding you back from being at your dream weight, from having your most amazing loving relationship. These things need to be healed. They need to be looked at. And your issues, your problems, your lacks, your blocks in life, they are not going to go away on their own. They're not. So realizing that for myself and understanding that I didn't want to be the way I was. I didn't want to be cynical. I didn't want to be depressed. I didn't want to be upset about everything. I wanted to believe in the good nature of people. I wanted to be able to feel my emotions. These are things you have to become aware of and then figure out how to heal. List. And basically at night when you're drifting off into sleep, your brain is going to change its brain waves and its pattern. It's going to change its brainwaves from a consistent, I'm doing stuff state to a more sleepy state that we call theta. In theta, when you do the to-done list, you're giving yourself praise and acknowledgement for all of the great things that you've taken care of today, even if it was just getting up and making your bed, even if it was getting up and brushing your teeth. When you're about to drift off into sleep, you have to give yourself some positive reinforcement on this to-done list because it builds that sense of self, it builds that confidence, and it gives you that like little oomph that you need. Now when you're going to sleep, you're drifting off into a very positive light, and when you wake up in the morning, maybe you'll be more apt to want to do more things, so that way that night when you go to sleep later on, your to-done list is even longer. And I wouldn't say this is necessarily some toxic productivity. It's more so giving yourself the grace and the compliments that you need for yourself to, want to do it. And even the smallest thing, it makes you feel amazing. Next tip, get cute. It doesn't matter where you're going. It doesn't matter if you're at home. Get cute, and whatever that means to you. You don't have to wear makeup if you don't want to. You don't have to do your hair if you don't want to. Just put it in a bun. Whatever makes you feel good and cute, that's what you should do. I know for myself, when I am not feeling my best and I'm walking around and I feel just not very cute, maybe not in the best outfit, maybe it's not very flattering, maybe I haven't, tailored anything on haven't done my hair in a while, haven't washed it, haven't done my brows in a while, whatever the situation is, I know when I'm not feeling great on the outside, I don't feel great on the inside. And when I walk past a mirror, I want to be able to look at it and be, hey, you look good, girl, you look cute. I want to be able to feel that when I walk past the mirror and not be like, oh my God, like, can't look, I want to feel good in my skin. And it doesn't mean you have to do a full face of makeup. It doesn't mean anything like that. Sometimes I just will put on my skincare, my tinted moisturizer, and put a couple of the faux freckles on with some lip. Maybe throw my hair in a clean girl bun, or a low bun, or a high bun, or whatever, and just throw on a lounge set. Sometimes that's necessary when you don't have anything going on, but don't allow yourself to see yourself looking like that. I wouldn't have my man over and look a complete mess. So I wouldn't stay home with myself even though I have nothing going on and look a My last tip for this video is to move your body. This could mean going to the gym, which is what I do. It's one of my favorite things to do is go to the gym. A new favorite that I've just started incorporating into my life is going to hot yoga. I found a studio that's sort of close to me and I'm like so in love with it. You go and you work out and it's like basically working out in a sauna. So it's like, it's really nice. It just feels so liberating. It feels so amazing to go in there and to do this yoga and in this like super crazy heat, and just walking out of there feeling so proud of yourself is a whole nother level. This could also mean dancing. This could mean any type of moving your hips and dancing in the morning. If you wake up, you put on some Meg Thee Stallion and you shake your ass, throw it in a fucking square. I don't care. No, I'm kidding. Moving your body to whatever music you like, just feeling the music coming through you, swaying your hips, which is also really good for opening up your hips, healing those wounds, feeling that movement come through your body. It's very feminine, it's very sexy, and it feels so good. And it's like, who cares if you're doing it anyway? Who cares if you look good? Who cares if you look sexy? Who cares if you look crazy? Literally, it's not about that. It's about getting into that music, feeling it come through your soul, and just moving. That's literally what that's about as far as listening to music. When you're in the gym and you put your music in your ears or whatever you want to do, when you do a podcast, you watch a YouTube video, it doesn't matter. Just getting in there, moving, lifting, getting on the treadmill, the stair stepper, going on the sauna if you want to, whatever the situation is, and moving your body feels amazing. Also, I've been walking, and just taking random walks outside feels great now that here in California, which is where I am, it's very sunny and it's very warm. And if you couldn't tell from the hot yoga, being hot doesn't matter to me. I actually really enjoy it. So going outside, even in the peak of the day, I'm okay with it. Be careful, be aware, it's very hot out there. Okay, I'm gonna go on a walk alone, basically. And by alone, I really mean alone. No music, no books, no podcasts, nothing like that. Just me and my own thoughts, me and everything that's going on up there. And I've created, with all of these tips, I've created such a better bond with myself. I feel good. I feel like I can walk by a mirror and be like, what's up, girl? What's good? I could feel how I'm feeling and not feel bad about it. I could think, you know what, today, maybe I'm not having the best body image day, but I still love myself and I want to do something that's going to increase that with myself, increase that feeling of, you know what, today I might be not feeling my best on my outward appearance. Maybe I'm not feeling like I'm looking that snatched. Maybe I'm not feeling like I'm looking that hydrated. Whatever the situation is, then I go and I find a way to make myself feel better about it. If I'm not feeling hydrated, that's my focus of the day. If I'm not feeling that snatched, maybe I am gonna drink even more water. Maybe I am gonna limit my carbs for the day. Maybe I'm gonna go on a walk. Or maybe I'm gonna lay on my couch and I'm gonna say, you know what, today I just need a mental day off. The whole point is that when you start cultivating this amazing relationship with yourself, you're going to lock in and you're going to understand yourself intuitively and be like, okay, well today, even though usually, like say it's a leg day, today's supposed to be a leg day, but I know I'm about to start my menstrual cycle, so instead I'm just gonna go for a light walk. I'm actually, you know what, today I'm not gonna go to the gym at all. I'm just gonna do some stretches at home in my bedroom. Whatever the situation is, you have to get in touch with yourself and be best friends with yourself, because that right there is going to increase your self-esteem. You're going to have more self-worth, and you're just going to feel all around better. Obviously, we can't talk about self-esteem and confidence without talking about the fact that you cannot let people walk all over you. And these are like the obvious tips, little mini ones that I hope that you'd know by now. But even if you don't, that's okay. Don't let people walk all over you. Say no when you have to. Like, it's so important to be able to say no and be able to say yes when you want to. It's so important that when this dusty guy is not texting you back, whoever it is, if it's your boyfriend or whoever, bring that focus back on yourself. Don't push the energy onto them. Bring it back to yourself. If I'm having a weird day and I'm like, this guy that I'm texting is not texting me back, I'm not gonna sit over here and be like, oh my God, why isn't he texting me? What did I do? You have to cultivate this bubble for yourself and be like, it's whatever I did, it is his thing. It's not my thing, because I'm over here feeling great. I'm over here feeling high vibe. I'm doing stuff and putting the energy back on myself. Maybe if somebody doesn't text me back, I'm gonna go fucking sketch a picture. You know, it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm gonna go on a walk. Maybe I'm gonna go hang out with my son. Maybe I'm gonna go do things that don't have me searching for other people's validation and in need of this desire to be like, please accept me, because I really don't care if that happens. I care if I accept myself. And that took me a long time. So just saying, pay attention. The thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is that we don't need to detox everything. I know that there are parasite detoxes. There is a electronic detox. There is so many different things, and it's a lot. It can become overwhelming. So take things with a grain of salt. Take things in a way that, like, if it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. Maybe you want to try it out, go for it. Go ahead and try it out. I literally hope you do. But you don't have to do everything. You really don't. It's just what things that feel good to you is the main thing here. And another thing is that, another tip is that when we feel bad, like I mentioned before, when I have an off day, a body image day, if we feel bad about something, that's okay. Feel those emotions. That's what we're humans. We're meant to feel these emotions. We don't have to incorporate any toxic positivity. Just know, like, you know what, today I don't feel my best. Maybe today I feel shit. Maybe today I'm irritated for no reason. And those days are the days that you need more alone time. You need more time with yourself to figure out what the hell is going on in there. So it doesn't always have to be this butterflies and rainbows and everything's great and peachy keen. It's getting in touch with yourself and knowing what you need and what you want and what you desire and what's going to make you feel good. And that is creating an amazing relationship with yourself and getting that self-esteem top tier. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. I will link my Instagram right here somewhere on the screen. My book, I will also link that in the description. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know of any types of tips and things that you do for your self-esteem and to raise your confidence. I'd love to hear about it. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye.